Welcome and welcome back to Daily Glow. This is another future spouse reading. Today we're going to be looking at what will your experience be with your future in-laws, and we're kind of going to explore around that a little bit and see what messages come through. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from today. The timestamps are always in the description box, so you can just jump right ahead to your reading if you're already connecting with a pile. Okay, I also list all of the decks that you see in the reading will be listed in the description box and at some point in a pinned comment, probably. Anyway, thank you so much for being here with me today. Here are your piles. We have pile 1. You have Lavender, Surround Yourself with Love, and you have the Sodalite crystal, which is associated with intelligence, focus, and communication, among other things. Pile 2, you have Universe, We're All Just Stardust, number 31, and Aventurine, which is associated with luck and abundance. And pile 3, you have number 14, Thorns, Weave Together the Crown You Deserve, and you have the Quartz with Tourmaline crystal, which is associated with protection. Okay, and those are your piles. So go ahead and choose whatever pile you're drawn to, or you may have messages in more than one pile. And I will see you in your reading. Okay. By the way, these oracle cards are from the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. And I don't edit out the in-between parts of my readings, so I'm just going to clear these 2 for later and get ready for pile 1. How is everybody doing today? All right. I don't know what that light is, that kind of blue light. I thought it was oh, is it from my candle? Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Pile 1, if you chose the lavender card, Surround Yourself with Love, and the Sodalite crystal, this is your reading. Welcome to your reading. Please remember this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates and makes sense for you and leave the rest. These readings are in no way intended to replace any professional advice. Always make relationship decisions based on honest in-person communication whenever possible. And remember that these readings are intended to be fun and help connect you with your own intuition. And remember that you are in charge of choosing how you want to create your own life, okay? So you're never at the mercy of a YouTube reading of all things. So that's just a great reminder. I know you know that. It's just a reminder. Now let's tap into the energies. Ooh, and see what we get. Oh my goodness. Okay. Pile 1. Meeting meeting your future spouse is such a dream come true for you, such a dream come true. Oh my gosh. And it starts a completely new level of your life. Like it's like a new chapter, next level. Yes. Let me tap into this a little bit. I feel like you are a little bit of an introvert. Let me get my tea. Let me read a little bit more into that. These are just preliminary um energies I'm picking up on. So I think that you may be a bit of an introvert, but let me see what I get. And let me see. One moment. Okay, here is what I'm picking up on. I'm feeling a very sort of intellectual energy. And also, yeah, you and your future spouse are very thoughtful people. You put a lot of thought into this. You're also very confirmation successful and you're doing some sort of work in the world, like you're trying to make a difference in the world, you're trying to make a change in the world. So there's a little bit of a sense that you pile one, um you don't really care a lot. Like it's not like you don't care, but you're not overly concerned with in-laws. You're someone who's very focused on your own goals. Wow, this is so interesting. Like I go through my entire day and then I start a reading and I start to get into a message and I start to get like something, this whatever this is in my throat, like so weird how that happens. But I have my peppermint tea. Okay. Yes, you feel it's interesting how I was talking about how you can consciously, at the beginning I do my disclaimer, which is not just a rote disclaimer. I earnestly mean it. You can consciously create your life. Um, mm. And so you're very focused on that, so you don't really care too much about what's going on outside of yourself, your own mind, and your relationship. You're so happy with your relationship. It's truly a wish fulfillment. It's truly a dream come true. Okay, so that's the first thing. I actually want to get a second tarot deck here. So this is the Light Seers Tarot, which is lovely, beautiful. But I'm also going to get my old trusty Radiant Rider Waite. Okay. Yes, you are working hard, you and your future. We're going to get more into the in-laws in a moment, but I'm kind of reading into the energy of this connection that I'm tapping into in the future. And there's the Two of Swords again. Yeah, and the Star. It's not that you're unaware, you just are more focused on creating. You're not reactive. You're not a reactive person. You're a proactive person. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, just a moment. Let's do this. No, not that. Um, hmm. Okay. And it fell on the floor, and when they fall on the floor, it's energy. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, give me a moment. Yeah, confirmation. Okay. Your in-laws are going to be more relevant when you are pregnant or again. Yeah, it's literally when you are pregnant or your spouse is pregnant. That's when it becomes a thing. Yeah. Oh, and yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay. If you become pregnant, or your spouse becomes pregnant, then there's a move involved. So I don't know if you're gonna move. And I can't sometimes I'm falling off. Oh, and then you may move. You may move into a bigger house, I don't really know, or you may move somewhere else. Um, but you and your future spouse are totally a united front. You are in alignment. Hmm, interesting. Yeah. You two are very secure in each other. So the most important thing here is that you really don't allow other people's opinions or input to matter to you too much. Yes, you two are so happy with each other. We have Nine of Cups coming out twice. Oh, okay, we'll take that in a moment. So we have the Nine of Cups, and we started with that, and then here again we have the Nine of Cups. It's like your dreams have already come true. At the same time, there is some kind of um yeah. Okay. All of that said, hmm. All of that said, there is a different kind of energy here that is involved with being married to this person, and it's not them. Let's see. Yeah, it may have something to do with moving. Why has that become an issue? There's something about like when you decide to have children, or perhaps it's not planned, whatever it is. Mm, it's possible it could be an embarrassment to the family for some reason. They may think that you're too young, or there may be other reasons. Hmm. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna switch to um the next part of my reading, so we'll get more information about them specifically. Okay. But the most important thing is you two are so happy together. It's really, really sweet. Hmm. Hmm. And I'm going to use these. I'm going to put this up here. There we go. We're going to use the smaller cards because I can fit them all in this kind of reading that I'm doing next, this spread that I'm doing next. Hmm. You guys have a really beautiful and strong physical connection. Yes. Your physical connection with each other is really passionate and fun and like also deeply meaningful. You guys are successful financially. Mm, hmm. Hmm. You may have a very small wedding when you get married. Yeah, you may have like a courthouse wedding. Um, one of you may be divorced, so only take it if it resonates, guys. If that's not your story, then don't worry about that part. But somebody may be divorced. This could be their second marriage. Hmm. Hmm. You guys have a really strong intellectual connection, and you can talk about anything with each other. You're very honest with each other. It's very strong. You guys do want to move, so there's always been a plan to move. It's possible that you guys are still working on some goals before you move, and then Yeah. One of you is well known, perhaps both of you. One or both of you are popular and well known, even potentially a little bit famous, depending. But somebody gets a lot of public recognition. Yeah, somebody. Yep. Let's see. Hmm. You guys are very private with your private life, though. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna get more into the in-laws. I'm just kind of getting a whole picture here. You guys have a lot going on in your day-to-day life. A lot. You may have children, actually. Somebody watching this has children from a previous marriage, or they do, or you both do. And so, yes, I think I'm getting there, yeah, some of it's at the least surprising when you two get together, but it causes a big disruption in some people, in the lives of some people in your family, or they have a hard time coming to terms with it. And this is probably because you may have children, but that's not the case for everybody. So if it's not because you have children, then it's something, um, a similar energy. Like you have some way of living with your family or interacting with your family, which will change, and they don't like it. They don't, it's not that they don't like your future spouse or don't want you to be together. It's not that. It's that they don't necessarily like all of the changes. And you guys do make these changes very slowly and gradually. Hmm. But you absolutely are facing any challenges that are coming up because you do definitely get married. So I believe that your future spouses now, okay, I'm getting like I'm picking up on the energy of the two different families, so please flip it if it makes more sense that way. But I will tell you that one of the families comes from more money or has more money, and they have like a different lifestyle. And one of the families is probably more working class. Yes. So I believe it could be your family is more working class and their family is more well-to-do. Their family could even be well known or prominent. That's not for everybody. In some cases, they don't like that your in-laws don't like that your future spouse left home, and they have always wanted them to come back and live closer to home. And it's possible that you guys will make that move when you have children. So it's possible, not everybody going into this already has children. So that's a scenario for somebody. But for some of you, it's that when you have children, you will move back to be closer to your in-laws. But I think you two are working and making as much money as you can before that, before you do that. There's something you don't see or don't know, though. And I think partially it's because you're ignoring it on purpose because it doesn't matter that much. Because you know you can consciously create your own life, but what is this thing that you're ignoring? I think you're very independent, and in some ways hmm, you respect your in-laws' family, like your in-laws and your future spouse's family. You respect them, but you're also very independent yourself, and you don't necessarily just want to be a cog, you know, in in whatever they're doing. You don't necessarily want to raise your children the way that they've raised their children. Yeah, you want to do things completely differently. However, you also do, again, respect them and want to, so you do some things together. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to clear this and try to tap into some other specific scenarios. Mm, This Your future spouse has somebody very special to them in their family who is deceased. So one of their parents could be deceased. It's also a possibility that they could be a widow or widower. Yeah, for some of them, they are a widower. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But somebody very close to them, it could be their mom. Somebody in their family has already passed. They, oh, okay. So they actually have come up from poverty. Okay, so I'm getting one of two scenarios. It's possible that they came from an upper class, well-to-do family, but yeah, something changed. So somebody passed or it's also possible that they ran away from home to like sort of make it on their own. Um, yeah, but they are self-made. Your future spouse is self-made to a degree. Like, let's be honest, they still have well-to-do family members, which is a very different experience, but okay. Well, I don't know. Probably. Okay. Yeah, your future spouse definitely was expected to go in a different direction. Their family wanted them to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something else, something like there was some specific occupation or kind of occupation that they were supposed to, that the dad wanted them to do, and they didn't do that. They may also have been expected to marry a certain sort of person, somebody who was well connected or mm, um, one of your future spouse's parents is probably in poor health. Um, the father could be remarried to a younger woman. These are some possible scenarios, so not every piece of this is going to resonate for everybody. Okay. There could be a brother, they could have a brother or someone in their family who's like a brother to them who is in trouble with the law. Um, or is having a rough time in some way. Yeah, I know he's in trouble with the law. That's the funniest confirmation I've ever seen. Yeah. And the brother may be an artistic, creative type who um was really misunderstood by the parents. The parents are may have been, well, the dad is kind of controlling. And so, yeah, I don't know. This brother is very rebellious. Hmm. Your Okay, the brother who's really rebellious might actually have been the golden child in the past, and your future spouse ran away, and now your future spouse is the one who's much more successful. And so that's why the parents or parent wants them to move back and possibly take care of somebody who's in poor health or, help out in some way. But a lot of it is about image, and part of that image is that they did want your future spouse to marry a certain kind of person, yes, who would bring honor to the family, and they don't see you as being that sort of person specifically. So this family, yes, there's some potential toxicity there, but okay. That said, I don't think I think they get over this. Does that make sense? Like even though they may have had like some wishes for how they wanted it to go, for the kind of person that they wanted your future spouse to be with and marry. And I do think that they're kind of letting it go, but your future spouse does have some sadness and there's like some weirdness. Yeah. Literally baggage. There's some baggage there. That said, let's see. How will the in-laws view you once they get to know you a little bit? Because I think their first impressions are like nothing against you personally per se, but they may underestimate you. Okay, but let's see. Let's dig into this. What do the what do your future in-laws how do your future in-laws see you? Oh, yeah, okay. Actually, they do see, oh, they might actually see you that okay. I may have read this a little wrong. They may actually see that you are the kind of person in some ways that they wanted uh their child to marry. They see that you are materially successful. Okay, weird. That's the first thing that they noticed is that they think you have money. I'm not loving these people. Okay. Remember, you can manifest it the way that you want to, okay? Um, they also see that you have brought their child's spark back. So, yes, so your future spouse went through some heartache and they see that you have sort of helped reignite their heart and sort of been a part of helping them to heal. They also see you as very confident and supportive. They also may see you as somebody who will support your future spouse. Just saying. They see you as a good listener and they respect you. Okay, that's a lot. They believe that you have integrity. They believe you are lucky. Yeah, they respect you. They see you as somebody who is thoughtful and considerate. They see you as somebody who is joyful. They see you as somebody who is healing. Hmm. When they first heard about you, they were really concerned about what their child or family member was getting into. So before they met you, they were worried. And then after they met you, they realized they didn't have to worry about you because you have a very calm, open, considerate, joyful, confident sort of energy. And so they actually really like your energy. These people are probably a little bit materialistic in the sense that that's literally the first thing that they noticed about you and a big part of how they see you and sort of size you up, I guess. So not loving that, but at the same time, they respect you and they see you in a very positive light. Even if you weren't exactly the sort of person that they necessarily thought of for their child or family member to marry, they definitely come around and see that you are somebody who's really good for their loved one and really good for the family. Okay, that's all I'm getting there. They're going to be very polite with you. But part of the reason they're going to be so polite with you is because it's a little bit strategic. They are excited to have you in the family. It's also possible that you are well known, that you are the one who's well known, successful, and maybe you're even a little bit of like a minor celebrity, or maybe you're a big time celebrity for all I know, watching my reading on YouTube. But yeah, you may be well known, you may be very successful, and so they might be excited to have you in the family. They also see you as resilient and they see that you take your time with things, that you're not pushy, you're not rushing their loved one into something. Yeah, so at first they before they met you, they were worried about you, and then once they meet you, they realize that they don't have anything to be afraid of with you. They really want you to move back to where they are. They want to be close to you two. So, or closer. Maybe you guys don't live that far away, but they just really want you guys to live close to them. They want to be in your lives and see you a lot. Yeah. But yeah, but you two are really working on something. So you're not going to live near them at first. You guys are really successful. You and your future spouse may be working on something together, or you may be working on your own things separately together. But you guys are really successful and prosperous, and so you're very, very focused on what you're doing. And I see kind of two phases. I mean, you may have more phases in your marriage than that, but I'm kind of seeing immediately in this reading two phases. And the first one is where you guys are kind of working on something or working on your goals. And the second phase is kind of like where you are probably having kids, but if that doesn't resonate, then it is a phase when you are moving back to be closer to family and focus on something else, which could be kids or something else. They also see that you guys have really good boundaries and they do respect that, but you guys kind of do whatever you want to do. Yeah, you guys are pretty detached from what other people are thinking about you, so you guys have really solid boundaries, and so when I say you have really solid boundaries, I mean you just don't give off a vibe of caring about what other people want you to do. Like it doesn't bother you. You're so chill and so drama free. It doesn't bother you. It's just like it doesn't like you would just smile and a little bit and smile and nod and then go and do whatever you were going to do anyway. Um, Not like you're being disingenuous. You just, you'd be like, yeah, well, we're working on something right now, so thank you, but this is what we're doing, you know. Okay. So in the beginning, this first phase of your marriage, I don't think you see your in-laws a lot, um, or have a lot to do with them like at first. And they really like you and would like to see you more. But you may be a little bit resistant knowing that there's a lot of baggage that your future spouse had to deal with. Yeah, okay, so your marriage to your future spouse actually is your their family's wish come true. They may have had misgivings about you at first, but when they see how successful you two are together and how happy their loved one is and how healed their loved one is being with you and how calming you are and how healthy of a relationship you have, they will really come around and be big supporters of you. Somebody, you may have an April wedding or something. There's something about April. Somebody in the family may have a temper, and it may be part of the reason why you guys want to keep your distance a bit. Yeah, the family can also be greedy. They're not bad people, but they have some flaws. They're really excited that you guys are so successful. They may want to make plans. They may want you guys to make plans to do something with them or what am I trying to say? They want to be a part of your success and they want to plan themselves into the picture, I guess. So they may have suggestions in that sense. One of them is for you guys to live closer or even live together in a shared house or shared property or something. September is important. Somebody may get married in September, somebody may get married in April, or this may be when you meet the in-laws. Yeah, but when you guys get pregnant, that changes everything. Let's see what happens then. Some of you may have a baby in April, or you may find out that you're pregnant in April. Someone may get jealous if you get pregnant. So if there's okay, if this person had a previous relationship, even a previous marriage in some cases, for some of you, that person may be jealous, or also if that person is still friends with someone in your future spouse's family, there can be jealousy there. If there's if they have children from their first marriage, the children may be worried about mm, no, I don't think the children are. The children are excited about the baby. If like any other children in the family, whether they be nieces, nephews, or from a previous marriage, are excited about the baby, but somebody's not. There's somebody in the family who's jealous. It could be a sibling or a previous partner. Hmm. Yeah, somebody literally is lusting after your future spouse and is jealous. So that would be a previous partner. Somebody who's had a crush on them for a long time. It could be a family friend. Somebody may literally start trying to pursue your future spouse when you're pregnant. They may start actively trying to. That's only obviously if you're the one who gets pregnant, but I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to read anymore. I'm going to clear that energy. Okay, bye. Okay. Tell me more. Hmm. Yeah, there's something about this being a wish fulfilled, like literally, um, if this is your future spouse, then literally their life with you is like wish fulfillment. It's like their dreams coming true, which is so sweet. So if that's not your future spouse, then it's possible that it's their dad's dream come true to see their child be so happy. Yeah, once again, they have it's still coming out, so I have to say it. They have exes or people from their past um who are like really bent out of shape. Okay. It's possible that your future spouse is really popular or desirable in some way, so somebody's going to be really upset when they're off the market. Yeah, somebody's disappointed about it. There's something very unique about your future spouse. So there's no one else like them. Yeah, they have a two-faced friend. Oof, I don't like that, but it's a temporary situation. Remember how the very first, um, oh, what was that? Let me see that. Bow. It fell on the floor. The very first message that we got is that you guys have such a solid relationship and none of this stuff that's going on. Yeah, yeah. None of this stuff that's going on really affects you. It does not bother you guys. Not really. It doesn't really affect you because you are too happy and too successful to even really care about these other people, okay? I'm not saying the in-laws. I'm talking about these other people. Yeah, you guys have really exciting things going on, and especially when you find out that you're going to have a baby, you're so excited about it. I think some people are just really bent out of shape and jealous about it, though, which is too bad. Okay. What this one? Okay. So for pile one, I think that your in-laws had some misgivings about you at first because you and your future spouse may come from different worlds. Also, your future spouse may be living apart from their family, and they were really hoping that they would move back and be close to family. And then once they meet you and be with you, then they're living with you in a different place. And so the in-laws are disappointed about that. But then once they meet you, they love you, they think you're amazing, and it is largely because of your material success. They could be excited that you are a successful and possibly well-known person. But they also like a lot of other things about you too. However, your in-law, not your in-law, your future spouse is also connected to some people, possibly friends or family friends. I think family friends who were possibly holding a flame for your future spouse, and so there might be some negative energy there you can probably just ignore. Um, your future spouse will cut those people off once they act inappropriately. So you both have great boundaries. There's no concerns there at all. Okay. Hmm. Once again, you two are very focused on creating what you want. You're very focused on your own goals. You two are just perfect for each other. Aw, you're setting up the perfect home together. You two are very um protective of each other. But somebody here has a fear of abandonment. I think your future spouse has a fear of abandonment. Like I don't think that it really like bothers them that like they've dealt with it. Like they're very emotionally mature. Yeah, there's definitely some ow, geez. There's some people who are wanting to, I don't know, like seduce your future spouse or something like that. But anyway, none of it is successful, just so you know. And you guys thrive. Yeah, you thrive. Yeah. And you two will move back to be closer to their family, and then you will be happy with that when you're ready to. You will move back to be closer to your in-laws and your future spouse's future family when you are ready to. You will be happy with that decision, and you will still only see them as much as you want to and only like participate in their community and their stuff as much as you want to because you have very strong boundaries, okay? And I think that's all I'm getting. Pile one. I hope that you enjoyed your reading and that was illuminating. And obviously, you don't have to take any messages that don't resonate. Okay, remember that. And please remember to be gentle with yourself and like my reading if you liked it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more readings like this one. Okay, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Took a quick break there, and we'll get ready for we'll get ready for pile two. There we go. Actually, we're just going to clear the energy just a little bit here. These eclipse energies, oh my goodness, have been affecting me a lot, but I'm feeling so much better finally, actually. Lots of changes, like massive, profound changes in my life. Wow, that is not burning. Okay. Remember, guys, you don't have to hang out with me in the in-betweens. You can always just jump to your reading using the timestamps in the description box. There we go. Okay. Pile two, if you chose number 31, the universe, we're all just stardust. And the Aventurine crystal, this is your reading. Welcome to your reading. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Let's see. That's a lot of energy right away. I do want to work. I'm gonna work the energy in a little bit. You know what? I am actually gonna clear the space a little bit more. My last little stub of Palo Santo. There it is. Yeah. That's what we need. Pile two, you've had some sadness in your past, but that doesn't mean that's not going to be a part of your marriage. So we're clearing that energy, but as I'm tapping into your energy, that's what I was picking up on. Okay, so we're clearing that. Shake it off, okay? New chapter, here we go. Okay, thank you. Oh, look at that. Yes, you have romance coming into your life. Oh my goodness, and so much happiness. Oh, you guys are so happy. Oh my goodness, you are so happy. You could not be happier. You could not be happier. You have love, you have romance, true love, an absolute new beginning. Yes, you're so happy. You're so happy. It's a new chapter in life. You feel brand new. You feel absolutely brand new. You feel on top of the world. This is more than a dream come true. This is just everything. It's just everything that you thought and knew that life could be. It really is for you now. Wow. Oh my gosh, you think that your future spouse is so sexy? Yes. Interesting. Mm, tell me about the chariot. You guys are successful together, very successful together. But you also may need to move. Yeah, you may need to move. And it's possible that if you move, mm, mm, okay, it's possible that your future spouse's parents or somebody in their family, so it may not be their parents, it could be like a sibling. Somebody in your future spouse's family might get a divorce or have some legal trouble. There's some sort of sadness in their family. You guys are very successful, but you may either have to move or it's possible that, oh my gosh, it's possible that one of your in-laws has to move in with you briefly. Yeah. Yeah. So it may not be moving into the house with you, but it's you have to like help out one of your in-laws at some point or in some way. Maybe your spouse has to go back home for a bit and help their family member. Yeah, there's it's some sort of sadness and loss. Yes, it's I can't show this card, but it's yeah. Hmm. Somebody in their family is dealing with a divorce, yeah. And it causes them to lose a lot of money also, so it is affecting them financially. They may lose their house or something like that. But the most important thing is the reason that I like to tap into the energy of your marriage first is you guys are so happy. And your future spouse is very strong and confident, not a pushover at all in any way. They're not going to they're not going to compromise your happiness or in any way risk your happiness, your family, like your relationship happiness that the two of you have. So they're not going to overgive. It's just a sad situation with, yeah, okay, it actually may affect your wedding. If their parents are divorced, it may affect your wedding. Okay, so for some of you, it's not that the parents are getting divorced, or it's not that somebody in their family is getting divorced after you're married. It's that they come from a family of divorce And so it makes it hard to see everybody, to spend time with everybody. It may make the wedding awkward or something like that. And it might be even more of an issue once you have children, if you have children. If not, it just uh makes family events awkward. Yes, confirmation. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move into the second part of this reading. This person is a wish come true for you. You guys have really great emotional mm, emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, emotional sharing. You feel really secure and loved with each other. Yes, and also you may have a very traditional marriage where um the feminine person is going to be like um more of a home caretaker and more of a mom, and the masculine person is going to be more of a provider. Okay. So take that as it resonates, but I see, sort of more of a kind of a traditional split like that. You two may have very passionate communication with each other, and hmm, you're very attracted to each other. But you also may have some heated discussions sometimes. Your future spouse, one of you comes from poverty. We'll dig more into it, but it's either you or your future spouse comes from poverty. Also, at the time that you get married, there is something sad about it, like somebody can't be there, or it could be that awkward situation with somebody in the family who's divorced. Hmm. Some of you may not have children, because you're focused on your career, but some of you will make raising the children your primary career. So some of you will focus on a career and not have children, and some of you will have children and focus on that primarily. I'm not really seeing like a mix of both. Your future spouse is very likely to be a provider for you, though. Hmm. You guys really need to focus on your health. I think that you do, but I also think that you need to. Um, there may be some contention around keeping the house clean. I hope not. We're going to get more answers on all of this. We're going to dig into this more. Interesting. Hmm. You guys have a very passionate connection. Actually, I don't know if I can totally show that. You guys want to move, I think. Gosh, again. Okay. Somehow, okay, I thought I was getting this before and I am. Okay. This is interesting. This kind of came four in pile one a little bit. So, pile one, somebody in that marriage was like well-to-do or like kind of well-known or even potentially famous or very successful. Um, in this pile, I would say that you two attract a lot of attention. You have a very public relationship or people like somehow it's like well known that you two are together or you two are very visible together, like a lot of people see you. So somebody in this connection knows a lot of people or has a lot of friends or a wide network. They may be, I think your future spouse may be very extroverted or has a large network or knows a lot of people, but could be you, but I think it's them. Hmm. And your future spouse, yes, okay. I'm going to say it this way, but flip the roles if it makes more sense. Your future spouse is a traditional, a more, probably more traditional, masculine who likes to be a provider. You two have a very spicy, passionate, kind of connection with each other. But somebody came from poverty and hmm, actually, your future spouse may have noticed you at work when you were working, or maybe, yeah, when you were working, they noticed you and they were watching you for a while. And just a moment. They were manifesting you. Your future spouse was manifesting you. You may have stepchildren. This person may already have a child from a previous marriage. Only take that if it resonates, but I see that. Or you may have children from a previous marriage. One moment. Okay. Um, oh, this may be somebody who you admired too. Okay, this person noticed you, but you admired them. You guys noticed each other. That's so cute. Yeah, you guys are like each other's dream come true. That's adorable. And you're really, really hot for each other. That's so cute. And somehow, like, you're really visible. Like, people are like a lot of people may be invested in your love story, actually, which is wild. So, the thing about somebody has a child or children, that's not for everybody, so don't worry about it. But it's like if they don't have children or if you don't have children, there's so many people in your lives who love you, both, and are very invested in your lives. It's possible that people wanted you to get together before you did. But for many of you, this is actually like a second chance. So for some of you, this is a second marriage and a second chance. If not a second marriage, there's something about this that feels like you get a new chance in life. Something about it is like that. Yeah, for you. It's like well, maybe for both of you. Um, you wish to have children together, probably for most of you, yes. Um, it's possible for somebody when you are pregnant, you may be hospitalized or you may need to be on bed rest. I'm getting more so bed rest. Yeah. Your friends really love you. Yeah. Okay, but okay. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna dig more into the in-laws actually. Sometimes I have to kind of get my way like I have to feel my way all around this energy before I can get to the in-laws. Yeah. Let's go here. Yeah. Your future father-in-law may have been concerned about this connection at first. Your future spouse doesn't have a lot of family. They may have been raised by a single dad. Yeah, and they became very successful. They may support their father or their family. Yeah, there's maybe an expectation that they support their family, but they are very successful and they have the ability to do so, probably. Yeah. Mm. That may change though once you guys get married. They may have been helping their father for a while, but once you get married, it will change, yeah. Oh, it's possible they were helping their dad when he was going through a divorce or something. That's not for everybody. Yeah, pretty much though, I would say your future spouse is pretty much really close to their dad. I'm not even getting a mom in the picture at all. So it might just be them and their dad. I'm not even getting like a lot of other people in their family. I don't think your future spouse has a large family. They may have a child. Yeah. And their family may live further away. Okay. Yeah, and their family may be poor and the father or the family may be poor. Okay. Um, Yeah, they give money to their family or they have been. They may support their family. Mm. Oh, goodness. I dropped a bunch of cards. Okay. Okay. The first time that you see your future spouse's family, you may drive to see them. You two may do a road trip together. Mm. Yeah, and that's before you're married. You'll go to some sort of family holiday or family reunion or something like that. And it'll be like an hour or two or three away. And so you'll drive together to go see your future spouse's family. They're very hopeful about you. I think you are literally a wish fulfillment. They are very impressed with you. Hmm. They may see you as somebody who is very guarded or is very reserved because of things that have happened to you in your past. However, they also see you as pure-hearted and very balanced. They also see you as a good match for their child or loved one. They also see you as faithful. They also see that you two have a lot of chemistry. Yeah, they literally feel like you are a wish fulfillment that their child or loved one met you. Um, Although they may still be very concerned about the marriage or about the connection, it's not because of you, it's just because they're so emotionally invested in their child's well-being. They see you as very independent, and financially independent, and um, also maybe very upper class haughty. Like they may see you as they see you as pure-hearted and grounded and down to earth in some ways, but in other ways, it's like uptown girl. It's giving uptown girl, but take the gender however it resonates, but they may feel a little bit uncomfortable with that. Yeah, but they also see you as somebody who has loads of integrity, very self-disciplined, faithful, loyal, and somebody who creates the life that they want. Yep, discipline again. They see you as very disciplined. They see you as somebody who's very sort of uptight. That's what it is. They like you. They think that you're a good person, and they're really excited that you're in the family. However, they do kind of see you as very uptight. Okay, interesting. They're really happy that you are in the family. They're happy that you make their loved one happy. However, they do want your continued assistance. If your future spouse was supporting a family member or helping out a family member a lot before you got married, they would like that to continue. They see that life is much easier for you, or they feel like life is much easier for you too than it is for them. Yeah, this dad or whoever this is just really, really supportive of their child. And so if your future spouse has been supporting their dad or their parent, it's because I think it was just the two of them for a while. for a long time. Maybe it was always just the two of them, and they've always been there for each other. And if they were worried, if the dad or the parent or the in-laws were worried about this initially, it's because they were afraid that it was moving too fast. But it's also just because they're just worried about their kid, like always, and they actually really like you. Okay, let's get you may get married in June. You guys will have a really solid foundation to your marriage. Yes, again, this is a wish come true for your future spouse's family. This is exactly what they wish for their loved one. They're so excited for you guys. They feel like they couldn't have imagined that somebody like you would would they couldn't have thought of you. Like they couldn't have dreamed you up. Like you are an unusual person. And they see that you guys have so much love. Your future spouse has had a lot of disappointment in love before they met you, and they feel like you fit in with the family perfectly, and it feels like you were always there or always meant to be there. Like you just fit into the family. Okay. Yeah, this dad or whatever family member this is, where it was just the two of them for a long time, is really protective of their child and will be really protective and supportive of you guys. I mean, supportive emotionally. Okay. When you go meet your future spouse's family, you'll find it really enlightening and it will be a good trip. Like the first time you meet them, you feel like you get a lot of insight into where your future spouse came from and just into them just like it'll give you perspective and it will be really fun and I think you'll come to have a different understanding and respect for their dad or their family member. You guys have a really passionate connection with each other and the dad or the family member will have advice about that and your future spouse um, is really financially successful and may have gotten some sort of award or recognition, or they may have some sort of award or recognition. Something about February. So you could get married in February, or you could meet the family in February, or there's something about February and something about June. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. the future in-laws are going to be uh hmm, the future in-laws are going to be transparent with you. They will not have some sort of hidden agenda. I don't think so. No, and they're going to support your union. They will support your union. They'll be supportive. And together you guys will be able to come up with elegant solutions to all of the issues that may come up with the in-laws, if there are any issues. Yeah, you guys have a really beautiful love. You guys may be different from each other in some ways. Um, you guys have a really beautiful connection. Yeah, this is solutions everywhere. So any issues that do come up, this is manifesting. Any issues that come up, you will find solutions to them easily and or relatively easily. And you have this beautiful connection. You have such a beautiful love. You have such a beautiful love story. I feel like your future spouse was very loved by their parent who probably mostly raised them alone. And yeah, and that person did a good job. And that person does have the power to disrupt your relationship to some degree if they wanted to, because your future spouse trusts this person, probably their dad, but they trust this person so much that if that person had said at the beginning or something, I don't know, you know, no, don't go for it, like they wouldn't have gone for it or they would have broken up with you at the beginning because these two are so close. But he doesn't get in the way. He's supportive or they're supportive and um it's a positive thing. I hope you can see that it's a positive thing and not a negative thing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's your reading pile two. I think that's beautiful. I don't know. Anyway, if you liked the reading, I love it if you hit the like button. And if you want to see more readings like this or you like my style, can you please subscribe? And I will see you again in a future reading, okay? Okay, thanks, guys. Bye. Right, and we're going to clean this up and we're going to get ready for pile three. Interesting. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. We'll just clear the energy a little bit more. Interesting. Some very different scenarios coming through. Very cool, I think. Thank you. Pile three, if you chose the Thorns card number 14, weave together the crown you deserve, and the quartz with black tourmaline crystal. This is your reading. Welcome to your reading. Okay. Let's see what we get. How is everyone doing today? Mm. Hmm. Mm, give me a moment. Okay. Your future spouse has had your future spouse has had a rough go of it with their family of origin, and they have really strong boundaries and have moved on from certain people and possibly cut some people off. Let me dig into this a little more. Aw, yes. And your love story together is like a dream come true. They've also achieved a lot of personal happiness. So if they have healed from they've largely healed from their past. Yeah. Uh-huh. They were extremely, they were extremely determined to make their own life their own way and to get away from influences that were not in alignment with the spirit within them. Hmm, interesting. Okay, just a moment. I need to take a break from this energy. I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. Some people in your future spouse's family were really toxic, not necessarily all of their family members. They also may have had some toxic relationships prior to meeting you, but boy, are they handling the situation. Look at that. They've healed so much. Yeah, they've healed and they've set really firm boundaries with whoever they needed to. They've moved on from situations that they didn't want to be in, and they've rebalanced and healed their life. Yeah. Okay. And they're really attracted to you too. And they're also very confident and even admired. Like some people look up to this person. But wow, what an energy did they get away from? Because that was something else. Hmm. Okay, moving on to phase two of this. I didn't want to dwell on that part too much because I can't. It was too much. That was tough. So let's see. We're going to move into phase two of this reading. Pile three. And actually, you know what? We're going to cleanse that energy a little bit more again. Yeah. Your future spouse has this really beautiful energy and this really beautiful light to them, this gorgeous aura. And so there's people who just want to take advantage of that. And they just want to, I don't know, like just use that energy, I guess, in a negative way, like in a way that isn't fair and balanced and reciprocal and that kind of thing. Okay. Okay. All right. This relationship with this person may be something that you wanted for a long time. One of you may be a teacher or a professor or in IT or could work with books, like a librarian. Mm, yeah, you two, somebody's like a lifelong student. You two also were watching each other for a while before you got together. You two may have been admiring each other for a while before you got together, but you also have there's a strong culture of education in your marriage. When you first met this person, it may have felt like it was not the right time. However, your connection is faded, so you have a destined connection. Yeah, this person is coming from a lot of sadness in their past. You two have an everyday romance, like your everyday normal life is so romantic. You, it's like you wake up, um, what am I trying to say? You like wake up, kiss each other, cuddle, get coffee together. Maybe you make coffee for each other just the way that you like to. Your future spouse makes you feel really cozy, comfy, happy, secure, snuggly, brand new, and vice versa. You two are so happy together. Your everyday life is beautiful, graceful. Like you two have created a very beautiful house together. Confirmation. You may have art on the walls. You may have there's music playing. Yeah, you guys are really happy. Oh, somebody could be in finance or investments. Actually, somebody could be a financial planner or accounting. Someone may be unable to have children, but that's not for everybody. You two are so happy together. You two will have a family together in some sense, whether you have actual children or not. You will have a very happy family with each other. You two may feel that you manifested each other. I feel like you were watching each other, and when you first met, the timing wasn't right, but you have a fated connection, and you two literally manifested each other. Mm. Yeah, it was a literal wish fulfillment for you. It's a very spiritual connection that you two have. You two are both very intellectual and very spiritual, both. It's a balance of logic and spirituality. Okay, but I'm not necessarily loving the energy from the in-laws. Your future spouse may have cut off their in-law, their not their in-laws, your in-laws. Your future spouse may have cut off their family. Yeah, confirmation for somebody. Yeah. Yeah, for some of you, this is kind of a secret, yeah, confirmation, because that's the one that I picked up. Um, and that's confirmation. Yeah. Yeah. For some of you, your future spouse is not even going to tell their family that they got married. They're just not in contact with their family for some of them. For some of them, they're just not, okay. For some of them, they're only in contact with their mom or they're only in contact with one person or yeah, or they're only in contact with a grandmother or a sister. There's one person in their family that they're in contact with. Hmm. Yeah, it's just a lot of drama. I don't even want to look into it. That's why they avoid them. Your future spouse is not like that though. They are very calm and hmm, very calm, stable, reliable. Hmm. Um, Even like I think kind of traditional in some ways or kind of like by the book. Like they're kind of like a rule follower in some ways. It's possible that they came from a family that was very chaotic, and so they like to be more of a rule follower and kind of do things in a way that other people have found to be successful rather than, branching out or trying to do something that might be risky or experimental. That's not really their style. Hmm. Your future spouse has some female family member that they keep in touch with who lives at a distance. And they have other family members that they keep at more of a distance because they don't trust them or because they're just, not great people. And when they think about their family or are close with their family, it makes them feel sick or it's bad for their health or their mental health. Yeah. So, okay. Well, we don't need to dig into that too much. So they have varying levels of contact with various family members. They do have somebody that they like and have a good relationship with, and then others that they keep at more of a distance. There's something about the timing of your marriage or relationship. I don't know. We got divine timing in a resistance or delayed position, and then we get deadline. So what is that about? It may feel like this is a long time coming, or in some way it may feel that this relationship is delayed. Your future spouse could be a late bloomer. They could have lived at a distance. You may have been waiting for them to come to you. So for some of you, your future spouse may have lived at a distance or may live at a distance, and so your union may have been delayed until they could move. That's just for somebody. But their family member that they are, the in-law who they are on good terms with is at some distance. And they want to emphasize that your future spouse is a really healthy person who is in alignment, in divine alignment. They are living a balanced, authentic life because they have strong boundaries at this point in their life. And because they have set really strong boundaries and cut off people who were negative, and also they may have moved away from people who were not a good influence. So they have really solid boundaries. Yeah, and so the pain and trauma of their past, it is not going to continue to affect them a lot. Obviously, these things, they affect us, but yeah, this person is really healed, so that's beautiful. Their in-law who they have a good relationship with, or in-laws who they are in contact with and have a good relationship with, I think that you are beautiful, and it makes them feel much better once they meet you or get to know you. It reassures them about who their loved one is with. Okay. Yeah, because they see that you two are in love and also they love you. And also wow, this is interesting because these came out in the last reading. They see that you're perfect for their family, and they believe that there's something very unique about you. They think that you're the perfect person for their loved one. Yeah, because you guys have this beautiful romance with each other and this beautiful true love, and they can see that. So when you first go to visit your future spouse's in-law or in-laws in person, the one that they have a good relationship with, it will go really well and it will be a really good trip. Your future spouse has completely triumphed over family members and friends and anyone in their life who was trying to use them for money or just trying to use them in any way. And they are in a period of prosperity and abundance. And they are supported by their friends and family who are at a distance. And there are other family members who are working against them or who would want to work against them. But they're just in a really exciting time in their life. But they do need to watch out for their health because I feel like this person, your future spouse, when they get stressed, it makes them sick. hmm Yeah, so they have people in their family who really admire them and love them and think highly of them. Confirmation, and others who don't. So, yeah, they're a really strong person, really full person, your future spouse. Because they've been through a lot. They've also been falsely accused in the past by somebody in a position of authority. Hmm. They may get They may actually get a family stone from their grandmother or older sister, aunt, mother, or whoever it is that they are in contact with. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you could get an heirloom engagement ring or wedding ring, potentially, or some other sort of heirloom gift from the family. You could get married in June. You could be a June bride, or you could meet your in-laws in June. Um, the something about the engagement period may be frustrating. There may be something about the wedding or engagement period that may be frustrating, but hmm, there may be something about some kind of delay or somebody traveling. There may be a, I don't know. There may be some difficulty with somebody traveling from far away. So something could be delayed. You might get married in May and then have your reception in June or something like that because not everyone can be there that you want, who you want to be there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, there are definitely people in your future spouse's family who are unwilling to change. It's possible at the time that you get married that they may try to extend an olive branch to, one or two people that they were kind of on the fence with. And that person will be stubborn and unwilling to change, which may be disappointing or frustrating, but these things can happen sometimes with weddings. Yeah. This is a tough one with this family. But yeah, there's financial abundance and prosperity for you guys. You guys will be financially blessed. Um, you will be prosperous. So that's great. We've actually got that with every pile. So congratulations. Exciting. Let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, a lot of you are going to just keep it a secret from your family. Like very few people, you may elope. It's possible that you may elope and then you may let like one or two people know that you got married and then they'll want to throw a party for you. But you may just keep it secret from certain family members that your future spouse is not talking to. But there is somebody in the family or a friend, a family friend, or again, it could be grandmother, aunt, older sister, or even mother who is really positive and who is an ally, who is like sunshine in your life. And this person is really sweet, and a really wonderful person to have in your life. This person loves you and accepts you, and they're a dear friend to you. So whoever this one positive person is from your future spouse's family, they are a wonderful friend to you too. It's just a wonderful person. I love this person. This person has really helped your future spouse to survive, basically, everything that they went through. Yeah, this person, again, is like a mother figure of some kind and is a queen bee and is just a wonderful person. Maybe a role model and mother figure to both of you, and you guys love her. And she's wonderful. She's so warm. And she really just wants you both to be happy, and she believes in you, and she wants you to believe in yourself. She's very protective of you. Mm, I love it. Yeah. And if she has some sort of like, she may have some sort of heirloom ring or some other sort of family heirloom, which she will pass on to you as good luck or to bless you and your union and give you good luck. I love it. That's beautiful. Okay. Any last messages for pile three? Your future spouse's life has 100% changed, and you need to know that they are not their past. They are not where they came from. Your future spouse is a chain breaker, a transitional character in their family. They are someone who creates their own life the way that they want to. They've completely broken away from the past, and they've also been through hell and back. So that's something that you need to know about your future spouse and their family. Your future spouse has experienced a lot of loss in their life, a lot of sadness. Yeah, a rejection, feeling lonely, feeling left out in the cold. It was hard for them to even like have fun and let loose and just enjoy life because because they needed to feel secure, and it wasn't easy for them to feel secure. So this is all stuff that they've worked on, yes, but they've become very secure, and they've, done the work. They've become very secure, and they are a perfect match for you, and you guys are really happy together and have a beautiful romance with each other. You need to know that your future spouse is wise. They have spent a lot of time while they were alone or before they met you, soul searching, discovering who they want to be, who they are, what their truth is, and they have a lot of clarity and a lot of wisdom. And if you decide to have children together, they will be a really wonderful parent, and they won't pass on any of, or they most, I mean, nobody's perfect, but they will be a great parent, and they are not passing on, the way that they were raised, basically. This is somebody who will continue to put the work in. This is a very thoughtful, responsible, conscientious person who is willing to make changes in their life, and basically they're patient and willing to put in the work and all of that. Yeah. And they have strong boundaries, and they have cut certain people off, and yeah. Okay. Well, pile three, that is the message that I have for you today. I hope that was illuminating. Remember, you can only take the messages that resonate for you, that are in line with what you want to manifest, what feels right for you. Okay. And if you liked this video, I love it when you hit the like button. I love reading your guys' comments. I try to respond to all of them if I can. And if you want to see more videos like this, if you can subscribe, that would be amazing. And I will see you guys in another reading. Okay, bye.